Jameson Williams. He starts play fourth in the NFL in receiving yardage. It's the Rams and the Crusaders, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Rams and our home team. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
Second and 4.
Into a sea of defenders had intercepted.
And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Throwing on first down. Landry.
Man open. That's Jamar Chase complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
To throw on second down, Landry.
This pass into the hands of Turner.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Landry. That's complete right around the 8. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup.
On second down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Landry. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Crusaders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 2nd and 9 now. Throws out left, it's caught by Williams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a 1st down. They'll set up a throw. And his pass incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And it'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the...
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things. But winning the division is paramount. They won't step off the gas here.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They'll look to throw again. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Landry. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down inside with 20 at the 18-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Set for the second quarter, San Diego in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Landry. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll try and run for it and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Here comes the Rams punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st down, Landry, and he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down at 5. And here's a handoff out of the gun. He did it again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Crusaders go up by 2 touchdowns. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And the receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Landry, wide open receiver, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Crusaders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it is now 21-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. But I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
To throw on 2nd down. Landry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. On 1st and 10. Landry being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit. We decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Throwing on 1st down. Landry. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal, so a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Landry. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Incomplete from the contact. It's now 4th
and this one is right down the middle. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this 1st half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. But the Rams going to take over late in this 1st half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. Finding Williams once more, complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand. But 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports Halftime Report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Trevor Lawrence leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we're off to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Najee Harris. 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that 1st half for the Rams, and they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that 1st half, and it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for our home team, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Landry. Pass incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Landry. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll set up to throw.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Landry. And he's got his man on the out route. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
So, Charles, you know, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
to throw. Landry. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Looking to throw. Landry.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Landry. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Crusaders have opened the lead up to 30.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of run read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Throwing to start the drive. Landry. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. To throw on 3rd down. Landry. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They go jet sweep here with Williams. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Back to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. Second and 5. Looking middle, and that's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Back to throw here. Got his man, it's Williams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Landry.
It connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
On 3rd down, Landry. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because we were grading them on their performance in this game. A lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. From the gun on 3rd down, Landry. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He finds his man, complete. That's Rose.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll look to throw again. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Rose.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. fourth down, they'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 99 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the home team here,
they have indeed reached a perfect 16-0, but now still one game remains before they join the 07 Pats and the 72 Dolphins as the only teams to finish a regular season unbeaten.